mind, it's boot camp time. Joe the Body, prison bodybuilding, weight gain specialist. Today we're going to go over calorie intake and macronutrient intake. So, how many calories do you need to gain weight? What is the macronutrient split? What is the macronutrient setup for a body type that's a hard gainer, that is an ectomorph? So ectomorph is slim, thin bone density, type 1 muscle fiber. There's two type of muscle fibers. There's slow twitch and there's fast twitch muscle fibers. So genetically, see, I got thin bone density, that's type 1 muscle fiber. If I'm big bone, that's type 2 muscle fiber. And you can always also see from how you look, your physique, how it looks. So if you're checking out your physique, right, usually the ectomorph are very thin. And you can manipulate your genetic to a mesomorph. And it's also endomorph. So ectomorph skinny, endomorph fat. And the one in the middle is the one that's genetically fit. And you could be a hybrid of both, depending on genetic. And you can also manipulate your genetics by simply working out. And what is the best workout for bulking up? You want to bulk up by doing a hybrid of bodybuilding, doing the actual hypertrophy, and then doing maximum strength training. And that goes by doing 1 rep max conversions. So if you do that hybrid, train with me for 4 weeks, doing 4-week feet training, and I'll show you a nice method for that. So with that said, we're going to set up the calorie intake for calories. So I want you to write this down. Okay, so you want to get a pen and paper handy, and you want to write down your body weight. What is your current body weight? Oh yeah, one more thing. You want to do a phone calculator, right? I'm going to get my calculator because we got to do some math. We got to run some numbers. So I got my calculator here. And right now I weigh 170 pounds. I'm going to write that down. And now you want to times that. The studies indicate if you want to gain weight and you want to bulk up, I want you to get a pen and paper right now. Okay, this is for skinny guys only that has a difficult time gaining weight. So if you have a hard time gaining weight, this is for you. And this is for slim people that have type 1 muscle fiber that has a difficult time bulking up. So get a pen and paper. We're going to write it down. Like right now, I weigh 170 pounds. And if I want to gain weight, I got to intake 18 to 20 calories per pound of body weight. So for you, skinny guy, if you're trying to bulk the fuck up, intake 18 to 20 calories per body weight. So I'm 170 pounds. Let's write it down. You want to multiply that by the calories. Now, I have a fast metabolism, and if your simultype is ectomorph, you're going to have a fast metabolism that's out of this world. It's super duper fast. It's almost uncontrollable. So you want to take 170. That's my weight. I don't know what your weight is, so I want you to write it in the comment. How much do you weigh? And I'll do the math for you. But right now, I'm going to do it for myself right now. Okay, I'm going to give you the calories to bulk up and gain weight and finally build some muscle. I was 119 pounds, looking anorexic, crackhead skinny when I was 20 years old, 21. Okay, then I got incarcerated. I learned how to do bodybuilding in there, and I ate, and I came out within 2 years, and I was 150 pounds. Everyone was looking at me like a robot, like, oh my God, what you been doing? Blah, blah, blah. Now, make a long story short, when I got out from being incarcerated, I did not know how to maintain the muscle. Because of my fast metabolism, I lost almost all the muscle, like of a snap of a finger. And I was already hired as a trainer in New York Sports Club. And even my friend trainer was like, why you keep getting skinny? And I couldn't figure the shit out. And I started studying and dabbling in nutrition. And I found out because We have a super duper fast metabolism, and we cannot eat and work out like the simul-type of an endomorph that's fat, or like a bodybuilder that's a mesomorph. Our simul-type is very challenging. It's not easy. So, ironically, we have the best aesthetics though, so that's the blessing. As being a ectomorph, we have the best aesthetics. Like, we have naturally abs for no reason. Like, we can eat whatever we want and not get fat, so that's a gift. Now the curse for us, because we have so much fast metabolism, what do we eat? How do we control it? And his is one cheat code. I want you to get a pen and paper, because I'm gonna give you the cheat code and how to at least build some muscle. Now, I'm not the biggest guy in the world, I know that, but my fitness journey, I have evolved. So if you follow me in my prison bodybuilding, this is Weight Gain Academy for skinny guys only that's looking to gain weight. I have trouble gaining weight. That's just my genetic. My son is also underweight. He's 13, so I'm helping him gain weight. You know, he's actually seeing a doctor right now for that. And me as a fitness specialist, I've trained celebrities. I was incarcerated for 2 years. Some people asking, oh, what did I do? Same typical ghetto shit growing up, you know, in the PJs and hanging out, you know, selling drugs and fighting. So that's the paradigm that you know we're in, and that's what it is. But I turned a negative to a positive, and I want everyone to do the same thing. And I want you to spread love, and that's the Brooklyn way, baby. Yep, we in BK, Brooklyn, New York, and I see some comments. You're gonna have some haters, but it's all good in the hood. Okay, so I'm here. If you're here to learn, if you're underweight, if you're skinny and you're trying to build an impressive physique, this is the channel for you. Okay, you can like, comment, and share. Let's go back to the calories, because we're getting more people logging into the chat room. So here's a cheat code. I want you to get a pen and paper, okay? And even if we don't get to finish this live, and even if you have to log off, the most important thing I want you to get at is you take your body weight and you times it by 20. Why do we times it by 20? Does anybody know? Can you write it in the comment? Why do we multiply our weight by 20? You could times it by 18. You could times it by 20. 18 or 20. I wouldn't times it under anything lower than that. So I'm going to do me. I weigh 170 pounds. I'm going to times it by 20 calories per pound of body weight. That's why. That is the exercise prescription for gaining weight for your simul-type, for a skinny guy that's an ectomorph. If you're effing fat, or if you're a mesomorph, this information is not for you. Okay? This is not for you. Okay? So you can log off right now. This is for slim people that are hard gainers, that have difficult time gaining weight. Okay, we have type 1 muscle fiber, we have slow twitch. We got to challenge the type 2 muscle fiber by doing hypertrophy 8 to 12 reps, and we have to do a hybrid of maximum strength training, which is a hybrid of powerlifting. Okay, now it doesn't mean we're going to train to be an actual powerlifter, you know, on stage or something, but we got to do the training like that. Because when you challenge type 2 fiber for bulking, there's type A fiber and there's type B fiber. Type A is for the actual hypertrophy, and the type B is for maximum strength training. I am certified through National Academy of Sports Medicine. While I was incarcerated, we studied the Encyclopedia of Bodybuilding. We was in a powerlifting program. Not a program, but we did powerlifting competition, and us as inmates, we did a powerlifting program in the yard, working out in the snow, working out in the gym, and we learned these methods from being incarcerated. So we learn from the lifers. This information is esoteric information. So I'm reading here, what's the best workout to build core? I find doing pull-ups troubling. The best workout to do for the core is a plank, and you want to do a weighted plank. But you don't want to do a weighted plank right away. You want to do the weighted plank with your body weight. Try to do 15 to 20 to 30 seconds, right? So, for example, something called the drawing in maneuver. To do the drawing in maneuver, you keep your navel tight to your spine. And you want to have a partner next to you to test it. So, like, pretend I have a client next to me. I have them tell them, keep your hands out, and I'll push their hands down. If their arms are falling down, that means they're not keeping the core tight. So then I'll tell them, keep your navel tight, like I want to punch you in your stomach. Flex it, like someone's going to punch you. But make sure you breathe. Make sure you breathe. Make sure you don't hold your breath. So the client got their hands out, and I'm pushing their hands down, and they're fighting me. They're They're fighting me. I'm going like this to their hands, and they're pushing it up. They're going to feel all this strong. So now you know how to do that mind-muscle connection, how to flex your abs. So now, remember that feeling, that intuitive feeling of keeping the core tight. Now that you know that, now you can do your planks, because this movement is very intuitive. You want to do the plank like this. Keep your elbows underneath your shoulder. Stack your bones with the bones, and just hold. That's the best movement for the stomach. Now, it looks like I'm doing nothing, but you're actually doing a lot. So, I'm going to put it on a bird's view. I'm going to angle it on my tripod. I'm going to do it here. Okay, and I'm going to angle it down. All right, that's my old fitness banner there. So that's Joseph's Body Fitness TV, my other YouTube channel. That's for weight loss. But I'm a physique specialist. I did men's physique competition, and I got crackhead skinny doing that competition. I got down to like very low body fat, had the six-pack. I didn't like it. It didn't look sexy. So now, you know, we're doing a bulking phase, and I committed to a whole entire year to this bulk up. I started the new year in January. I was 143 pounds. Now I weigh 170. I was 175 a few weeks ago. I lost 5 pounds because the summer and the food intake and the running around wasn't the same. But the lifestyle plays a part. All right. Here we go. Plank. Okay, you want to flex your butt. You keep your ankle, knee, hip, shoulder in alignment. You hold it there, okay? And that's it. You want to hold for 30 seconds to begin with if you're a beginner. And if you're advanced, okay, you can do a weight plate. I have a weight plate here, right? So you put this on the small of your back, right here. Okay, come down and bend the knee. Lower your chest parallel to the mat. Stack your bones. You want your elbow underneath your shoulder. And slowly crawl out one leg at a time. You want to go back of your toes. Okay, right now my glute muscular is my tush. My buttocks is engaged. They flex. My navel to my spine. Make sure you breathe. Deep breath in, big breath out. And right now you can see I'm fidgeting. That is my central nervous system telling me like, what the hell are you doing? Yeah, so it means it's working. That's a good indication that it's working. Okay, so you want to do 30 seconds of that. And then you want to rest a minute. Do 3 rounds to start off. So, if you're doing this exercise for the first time, you want to build your core. That is for stabilization. That is the first phase of exercise. That's the first phase of stabilization. Second phase is strength endurance. So now you need a strength endurance exercise for your core. This is the best one. I have a skinny belly, bulk or cut. We're doing bulking here. So when you do the bulking, take your body weight and times it by 20. Okay? That's going to give you the exact calories you need per day to gain 1 pound or even 2 pounds in a week. The most weight you should be gaining is 1 pound or 2 in 1 week. So let's do the math. I currently weigh 170. I'm going to times it by 20 calories. 20 calories per pound of body weight. So I take the 170, which is my body weight, times it by 20. That gives me 3,400. I got to eat, intake, or even drink 3,400 calories per day for 1 week to gain 1 pound by the end of the week. So by the end of the week, I'll be 171, maybe even 172, if I intake the 3,400 calories. So I want you to do the same. Take your body weight. Take your body weight, times it by 20. Okay, any questions about that one? You let me know. Okay, we're going to go deeper and more advanced here. And when we go more advanced, we're going to do the macronutrient split for the SAMO type of an ectomorph. Ectomorph, again, is a heart gainer. And the SAMO type is type 1 muscle fiber, bone density. And we're going to write the macros. Your macros are carbs, protein, carbs, and fats. Okay, and it goes by percentages. Protein, carbs, and fats. So this method is for your SAMO type for ectomorph. So if you're an ectomorph, as a heart gainer, you have a difficult time gaining weight. This is the Weight Gain Academy. That's what we do here. Okay, and it's a hybrid of prison bodybuilding, esoteric training. So you want to do this type of training, and you want to eat, and you just got to know what to eat also. So with that said, we're going to do the calculations. So again, I'm going to repeat it again. I did 170 times 20. Why did I times it by 20? 20 calories per pound of body weight. That's why. That's the prescription for gaining weight. Okay, then you take the 170 times 20, which is your calories. That's 3,400 calories per day to gain weight. I'm writing it down. You should do the same thing. Get a pen, get a paper, write it down. So you need 3,400 calories to gain 1 pound in 1 week, right? That's for me, right? The exercise prescription. Now, you take the 3,400 calories and the macronutrient intake, the macros, should be 25% protein, 25% carbs, and you know what? 25% fats. The carbs should actually be 50%. Okay, so I wrote that down. You got your carbs 50%. So that's 100% of the macronutrient intake. And now let's do the math for it, okay? So I got to get another pen and paper here. I'll write this down. All right, so you got 3,400 calories. You want to multiply that by 0.25%. That's for your protein intake to see how many grams and how much protein you need. Okay, so it's 25% to build muscle. Okay, and there's other studies that's slightly different for endomorph and mesomorph. So you take 3,400, multiply it by 0.25. That gives me 850 calories from, out of the 3,400 calories, you want to intake 850 calories from protein. Then you want to divide that by 4. So divided by 4 gives me 212 grams of protein daily. And that's a lot of protein. But what you could do is intake, another way of doing it to make life easier is just intake your body weight, make life easier. 1 gram per pound of body weight, I recommend. So 1.0 grams. So if you weigh 170, intake 170 grams of protein. If you weigh 180, intake 180 grams of protein to bulk the F up. You want to bulk up, you want to gain weight, this is the channel for you. So with that said, you want to do those calories times it by 20. And then for the actual training for the body, you want to intake 20 grams, not 20 grams, I'm sorry, 20 calories per pound of body weight. So, again, take your body weight, 170 times 20 calories per pound of body weight is 3,400 calories. So that's your calorie intake. I want you to do that. That is a game changer. That is a paradigm shift. Intake that amount of calories daily for 1 week, and you'll gain 1 pound to 2 pounds every week. So that is key. So if you got any questions, leave a comment, like, share, comment. And also, if you're interested in the macronutrient intake of knowing how much macros you need, I'll send you a free PDF. This is Prison Bodybuilding, Weight Gain Specialist, Joe the Body. Thank you for your time. Peace out, man. Y'all have a blessed day. Now, here's the thing. It's my second live. I don't even know how to turn this off. Hey, you know what? I could look at the comments here. I can see a lot of comments. Someone wrote, "Hi, I'm Christian Rolando. I'm from Texas." Okay, they're writing a lot of trolls on here. This is bad. Okay, no hateration. Spread love, not hate, man. All right? Peace out. Okay, I'm reading this. I am 60 kg. Okay, I'll do the math for 60 kg. And I'll put it in the next video. Okay, I'm going to write it down. Let me see, is this the same person? 230 pounds at 5'10", need to lose. Well, if you need to lose, this is not really the channel for you, because the channel is for bulking up to gain. But if you want to lose weight, you would have to just eat in a caloric deficit. Okay, and here's a cheat code. If you're trying to lose, you just take your body weight, you times it by 7 calories. So whatever that is. So right now in the comment, you told me you weigh 230. You take 230, multiply that by 7 grams of calories per pound of body weight. That gives me 1,610 calories. You eat that daily, 1,610 calories. You will lose weight by the end of the week without even working out. So you could just simply do that. But you know, whoever else in the comment section that want to gain weight, you can leave a comment, your height, your weight, and I'll give you the macronutrient intake. Matt Miller, yo, what's up? Okay, I've been following you right. Okay, big shout out, big salute, Matt Miller. Big thumbs up. It's Muscle Mania, baby. Thank you so much. And you know, if you have trouble with calorie intake, I'm going to be doing a lot more lives here. So I want you to reach your fitness goals. You know, us as hard gainers, we're ectomorphs. We have thin bone density, fast metabolism. You know, here's a cheat code. We should be taking casein protein before bed. Casein. Get the All Max Nutrition's good. There's other name brands is out there, but remember, casein is slow release protein. It feeds your muscle. It keeps your muscles in a fed state. Someone that's an endomorph, that's fat, or a mesomorph that's already genetically fit, they don't need to take casein like that because they don't have that fast metabolism like we do. They got more of a slower metabolism. Us, we always hungry. Every 2-3 hours, we got to put food in our body. So because we got to put food in our body, we got to keep our body in a fed state. Keep your body in a fed state by eating every 2-3 hours. And just make sure you take the casein before bed. This way you don't wake up in the morning like, you know, starving and just eating anything. So keep your body in a fed state. Eat every 2-3 hours. If you don't know what to eat, high calorie dense foods like a trail mix is good. But in the morning, you want to have your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then you also want to have your mass gainer. Your mass gainer is going to give you a lot of calories. It's going to actually help you. Like us as ectomorphs, we need to actually rely on the mass gainer. I hate to say it, but we do. So this is the one I use. It helps. Wow. I've been taking that one since 2010, like on and off. And it's worked. Right now, I'm the heaviest I've ever been. Still, you know, still skinny, but I've came a long way. I came a long way. And you want me to do a flip? F Fury for life. If I knew how to do a flip, I could do a flip. You know, my son's 13. I had him in gymnastics. He knows how to do some cool looking flips, I tell you. Okay, so now get a pen and paper and write this down. You want to gain weight. You take your body weight, you times it by 20. I did my body weight. I'm 170 pounds. I times it by 20 calories per pound of body weight. And now that's going to give me 3,400 calories. I gained that. Now, to make your life easier, skinny guy, all you got to do, this is 1,010 calories right here. You can have that, you know, 2 scoops is actually 505 calories. And 4 scoops is 1,010. So if you do 1,010, you're halfway there to your calorie goal. Because I got to intake 3,400. Now, here's another cheat code. I make that 500 calorie shake. I put 8 ounces of whole milk. That whole milk got more calories. It's 200 calories. Then I'm going to put 2 teaspoons of peanut butter. 1 teaspoon of peanut butter has 190 calories. I'm going to round it off to 200 calories. So that's 400 with 2 teaspoons. So you got 400 calories plus the 500 calorie shake. Then you're going to put 4 ounces of oats, put some ice cream, and you're going to have close to 1,300 calorie shake. If I do that twice a day, you are guaranteed to gain weight. But here's the discrepancy with that. I did that. I gained a little bit of fat around the midsection, especially on my oblique, and a lot on my glute. So I distribute fat in my glute and my oblique. So I had to do targeted fat. You target the fat by actually doing a little tiny bit of cardio for that. You don't do too much. When you do the cardio, we got to do type 2 fiber. You weigh 172. That's pretty good. I'm 170. So you're actually right near me. What is your height? So I know, you could probably do this one on your own because I shared it like a million times, but I'm going to share it anyway for all the other people to see it. You take 172 and you times it by 20. That gives me 3,440 calories you must intake. Okay, and then another thing you should be doing is at least intake your body weight for protein. So if you are, for example, 172, you said you want to intake at least 172 grams of protein, but you might tell me, hey trainer, that's a little too difficult to intake 172 grams of protein. That's hard. And you know what, it is hard, you're right. But what you can do, Matt, is I would do 172 and I'll multiply that by the lower end of the spectrum for building muscle for protein is at 0.6, 0.8. 0.6 is more on the lower end, but you could get away with 0.8. So let's take 172, let's times that by 0.8. That's going to give me 137 grams of protein. So write that down, put that in the arsenal. That should be your protein prescription. 137 over 172. So on every day that you work out, you're intaking your 3,400 whatever calories it was, and then you want to have at least 137 grams of protein per day, the least, and you want to get the most 172. So stay within that ballpark. If you're going under the 137, at least try to hit your calorie goal for the day, which is the 3,000. It was close to 3,500. Let's round it off too. Here's another cheat code. 3,500 calories per day is actually 1 pound. It's actually 1 pound. So anyone that doesn't know that, if you intake anybody in the world, fat, skinny, if you intake 3,500 calories, that's automatically 1 pound right there. Doesn't mean you're going to gain a pound in a day, but that's a cheat code within itself. 2,500 calories per day will actually put muscle on you. But it also depends on the person's height and also, age, genetics play a part and all that. But usually 2,500 calories is a safe way to preserve muscle. So that's, some good information there. Okay, anybody else that got questions about weight gain, bulking up, type 2 fiber. In prison, we did a hybrid of max strength training. We did powerlifting for 1 rep max conversions, and we did hypertrophy training. And then when I got out of prison, I wasn't able to keep the muscle, and I wasn't able to keep it because I didn't understand nutrition. So we have a fast metabolism. You want to eat every 2-3 hours. Another cheat code I mentioned earlier is a trail mix. You want to have that in the arsenal because every 1 gram of fat has 9 calories. So if you get a little pack of trail mix, nuts, seeds, hold that in your arsenal because if you're hungry, that has high calories. So you should be snacking on that throughout the day. And casein protein before bed. You could also take the casein protein, let's say, for example, if you're going to school, if you're working, what should the carbs and fat ratio be? Okay, so for the carbs should be 50%. The fats and the protein should be this. The carbs should be, 50%. Let's write it down. Carbs, 50% and this is for ectomorph only. If you're not an ectomorph, this doesn't apply to you. I get people in the comments, well, oh, you're not that fit, or oh, you should be. Well, if you look at my journey for any type of skinny guy, we're slim, and if you would have saw me last year or even beginning of the year, even as a trainer, I was more slimmer. Okay, so the carbs you want 50%, and then the fats and the protein should be both 25%. So how do you calculate that? I'll tell you how to calculate that right now, right? So I'm going to do, I want to do your calories. Okay, so if you have a pen and paper, to make life easier, I could do mine right now. You want to take the 3,400 calories. That's how much calories I needed. Actually, I could do your calories. I could do it on the calculator here. Okay, you got 172 times 20 calories. You could also times it by 18, but 18 is a slower weight gain. That's like the low end of the spectrum. 18 172 times 18 is low end. At 20, you're guaranteed to gain weight. But here's the discrepancy with doing 20. If you do that for 4 weeks, you might gain a little bit of unwanted body fat around the midsection like I did. And I was actually okay with it because the first time that I actually gained weight and looked more puffier in my arms and my legs, it looked good. I liked it. So, you know, I got a lot of compliments. I was happy. So, you know, 172 times 20, let's do the math again. 172 times 20, that's 3,440. So, Matt, you got 3,400 calories per day to gain 1 or 2 pounds in a week. So then you're going to multiply that by 0.50 for carbs. Let's do the math for that. So you want to do 3,440. I'm doing the math. Okay, I'm going to actually put you up high up on my tripod here. And I'm going to give you the macronutrient ratio for the carbs and the fats. So we got, okay, hang in there, hang in. Don't go nowhere, don't go nowhere. Okay, 3,000. That's for you, Matt. Okay, multiply that by 0.50. Okay, that gives me 1,720. What does that mean? That means you want to intake that many calories from carbohydrates. So let's write this down. Your carbs, out of the 3,400 calories, your carbs are going to be 1,720. Okay? And then you want to divide that by 4. Why do we divide it by 4? Because for every 1 gram of carb, it yields 4 grams, 4 calories from carbs. So we got 1,720 divided by 4. That's going to give us 430 grams of carbs. Now, that may seem like a lot, but I guarantee if you do the blueprint and you get like your map, because that's the only way we're going to be successful at this weight gain game is writing everything down. Okay? So, 430 grams right there. And now for the fats, you want to do the same thing for the fat intake. You want to intake 25%. Okay, so again, we go back to the drawing board. We're going to take 172, your weight, Matt, times 20. That's 3,440. Okay, and you want to multiply that by the fat intake, should be 25%. So you take 3,440, multiply that by 0.25. Very important when you do that in the calculation, in the calculator, you want to actually write the 0 in the point. So, for example, I'm going to put it in right now, 3,440 times, I'm putting 0.25. It'll come out accurate. Okay, that gives me 860. Okay, so 860 calories from fat. Okay, and you want to divide that by 9. Okay, I logged off, okay, momentarily. Okay, divide that by 9. Okay, that gives us 95 grams. 95.5 grams of fat. So that should be it right there. 95 grams. 95.5 grams of fat. Okay, and then you have your carbohydrate intake. So that's right there. I hope that helps. I hope that helps. Okay, it could be a little confusing, but a little bit of practice, you get good at this. And in the morning, you should be having a carb and a protein. Your whole plate should have a carb, a protein, and a fat. But no one really eats like that because we're so busy, we're working everything, we're running around. But a power breakfast would be egg whites, a whole grain bread with a teaspoon of peanut butter, and avocado. So, my client just texted me. All right, you know, I train clients throughout the day here. I got my my gym set up in the back here. I got a punching bag. I got a pull-up bar back there. Okay, I got a chest press. I got some bow leg Bowflex dumbbells. I work out from the house. Okay, and then I do 8 to 12 reps. So I want you to let me know what type of workout are you doing. I can help you with the exercise prescription. So there's a technique that I do because I know for my chest I can lift pretty heavy, but because I'm in the house, I only have 55-pound dumbbells and I can't lift that heavy because there's no 60 pounds or 65 or 70 or 80. So I do a method where it's called metabolic stress to build muscle, and it's a very, I wouldn't say advanced, but it's innovative, esoteric way of building muscle without having to lift so heavy. You can do moderate weight, high rep of 12, rest 45 seconds, do it again. That actually puts some good muscle on you. So at the end of the day, though, it don't matter what type of workout you're really doing. As long as you're eating the 3,400 calories, you're going to gain weight. Now, it does kind of matter because I know common sense wise, you're not going to go run a marathon and eat those many calories. You're going to do workouts that are going to stimulate muscle growth. So you want to be in a calorie surplus. So, take your body weight, times it by 20. I love y'all. Peace out. It's Joe the Body. Y'all have a blessed rest of your day, everyone. Bye-bye.